Morning everyone. Well, I tried to go live and I couldn't do it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I'm going to video this and send it to Kat and she'll do her magic. And then if you have any questions, please just pop them down when you watch the video. Send them to us and we'll answer any questions you have, okay? So my raw face, I have done my skincare for the morning and I'm about to do my makeup. So number one, I've already prepped. I put my Nutrimetics Extra Light and my Wonder Oil on, which I love, so my foundation doesn't get dragged into my skin, because often your skin wants to drag moisture out of your foundations. Now, foundations, if you're just quick and easy, just really casual day, nothing better than the Sheer Complexion Tint, Skin Tint. I love this. This is fantastic. And probably 3 out of my 6 working days, I will just pop this on with a little bit of mineral powder. So with a little bit of the mineral powder, these ones, just gives a beautiful cover. Just enough. It's got an SPF in it, so does this, so you get a lovely block. Occasionally I'll actually take a little bit of this and I'll mix with a little bit of my Silk Fusion, just to give me a hint more coverage. Otherwise, I just adore Silk Fusion on its own. It's a beautiful foundation, gives a really nice complexion. And the other one that I'm actually quite taken with is the Cover Rich foundation. So if you want that just more coverage, it's still light, it doesn't feel heavy, then the Cover Rich is lovely. Complete Cover foundation, used to be called Cover Rich, Complete Cover. So there are a few options, and the other option also, really in my hot summer days, I love the Skin Perfecting foundation, because there's no oil in that at all and it just stays on your skin, especially in our hot weather in Queensland. We're quite humid here. If you're out west, it's more of a dry heat, so your skin does tend to dry out a lot more, where I would probably be more inclined to use your skin tint or do a little bit of Silk Fusion. But whatever you do, protect your skin. So Queensland Cancer Fund always recommended, when I used to be on the Look Good Feel Better team, always recommended that all women wear a foundation, because it does give you a block to the sun. Use your sunscreen, but use your foundation as well, because it does give you a block, okay? I'm going to use a little bit of this skin tint just so you can see, but I will go over with a little bit of Silk Fusion. You don't have to do that, but I just want you to know what it looks like. Now, you can use a brush, a flat buffer brush. With these skin tints, you could just use your fingertips like I'm going to do here, because you can apply it just like a moisturizer. So all over the skin. Remember, give your lips a little bit of a base, and don't worry too much if you go into your eyebrows. That's okay, we're going to sort them with a brow pencil later. So that's just like, that is the littlest bit of skin tint, but see how it just gives a nice natural cover, like there's no lines. The colors I use, this is Oat, O-A-T, fabulous little foundation. But today, because I want to do a little bit of a deeper makeup, like just have a bit more coverage, I'm doing some Silk Fusion. If you haven't used this, oh, do yourself a favor and get one. Don't you love that saying? Do yourself a favor and get one. That beautiful, beautiful foundation. Now, I just probably need one pump, because maybe I'll go back. I don't know yet, but I've shouted myself a brand new brush. because mine decided to molt after a long period of time. Maybe it just had a lot of use. So nice new brush, don't you love it? So I'm just a little bit onto there. I always start on my nose, and the reason, because if you start wherever your face protrudes, that's what takes up most of the color. It's out the sides, we don't need as much color, but what we do need is that better coverage around that nose area. Now I'm buffering it. So what I mean by that, I'm sort of patting and wiping. So as you can see, I've still got plenty on there. So just going over my little cheeks. You can conceal. I actually did have a concealer down here if you feel that you need a concealer. But get in around the nose area, look up and do under your eyes, and then buff around that line, because we don't want to look like we've just picked up our mask on the way out the door. So we're just buffing. And remember, foundation should just be another skincare product. So as you can see, I've still got some more on there, so I'll just wipe it up. But it is really the last step of your skincare routine. Now I'm going to do just a little wipe, what's left over my eyes, because I tend to have a little bit more of a reddishness on my eyes. So I'll do that. And also my brothers used to call that my flip top lid, when my scarring is. So I just do a little dab into there just to try and cover that up. I mean, it's part of me. I've had it since I was 23, so I'm not going to be able to get rid of it now. So that's just on that scarring area, so you can just put a little bit of foundation on, and it won't come off, it won't mark, so that's fine. So there is I'm going to put my brush down. That's my foundation, so that's the Silk Fusion. As you can see, really nice light color. The color I use is Latte in the Silk Fusion. Beautiful product. Now, a rule. When you are doing your skincare, if you have put a cream product on and you are using other cream products, go cream to cream, powder to powder. So I adore these new little cream blushes and the cream highlighter. So this one is, I haven't got my glasses, so bear with me, Rose Blush. So hopefully you can see that, Rose Blush. And this one is the highlighter. It's harder to see with that goldness, isn't it? So that's my highlighter. Now they are just in a little pop, see? So they twist up, don't need to when they're newish. So all I'm doing is taking a little bit of this and onto the cheekbone area. So here it is on this finger, but on this cheekbone here. So never go more than 2 finger widths from the nose. So 2 finger widths from the nose, straight down from the eye. That's our apple, okay, our cheek apple. Just going to put a little dot there, okay? And then you can actually do the old triangle. See, not a lot changes over the time. And then see how that's just a nice cream. And then just use your fingertip just to blend. And when you do add a little bit of a cream blush to your makeup will actually last a lot longer for the day. So never go closer than 2 finger widths in from the nose. Straight down from the eye there's your apple, okay? And if you want to, you can do the old triangle, you know, there, where that little nod to the ear is, sort of come in a little bit. So see, you've got boom, 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 okay? Now, if you are maths watchers, yes, I love watching maths. Oh, for goodness sake, I wish somebody would tell those girls to calm down on their bronzers, because when you look at them sometimes in those shots, they just look like they've got a, I don't know, a big brown mark on their face. So they need to calm the farm, or they need to come into the beauty room. Okay, my little bit for today. Okay, so that's just a little bit of cream blush. I'm going to add a little bit more through there because we are going to powder. So the rule, cream to cream, powder to powder. So I don't mind having a little bit more color. All right, so you pop those on. So that is in my little bag. I even take that one out with me. Now this is the highlighter. Oh, can't take my fingers are slippery. Okay, this is a little bit of a highlighter. I'm just going to actually put a little bit above that cheekbone. Not a lot. I think as we reach the age of elegance, you don't want to go overboard. So just a little bit there. The other place I love to use it is on the Cupid's bow on your lip. And because I'm powdering, and you can actually put a little bit on your lips too. It just helps to give a little shine. And if you don't want to wear too much lipstick, you could put a lip pencil on and just a really neutral lipstick as well. So there's that. I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter just above my brow, just to open and that brow area. Okay, so that's my highlighter. I haven't overly blended them because I know I'm going to powder. I am a translucent powder girl. Love a translucent powder. Now, this comes with a little powder puff. Yes, you can use that if you like, puff around, but what I do is I actually just put some into the lid of my powder, and I take my big powder brush and I dip into the lid, and then I just dab around the face. Yes, I do my powder now because I just love the feel of it, and I like to set that makeup as soon as I can. Now, as you notice, I have not done my eyes. I haven't powdered my eyes yet. I will do that, but I will do that shortly. So a little bit of powder where I've put a little bit of foundation to even out my scarring. Okay, now just always finish in a downward stroke because you want your little facial hairs to sit down. You don't want them all sitting up with all the powder on them. Now, I'm going to use, I love our eyeshadow palettes, and you'll see I've got a little black one in there, and this is called a cool brown. The black one I use with a fine brush. Sometimes I don't like to use an eyeliner. I prefer to use a powder as my eyeliner. I'm not going to do that today. I'm actually going to do a pencil because I really love our bronze. So I haven't got a pale eyeshadow in there, but I have an oldie in my drawer. These, actually I was cleaning out a drawer and went, oh, I've still got some of those. But I just like a pale color over my entire eye area. So remember, I haven't powdered this, but because I'm using a powder eyeshadow, I just find that this lasts a bit longer for me. Okay, so you can see the difference. So it just evens your skin tone out of that eye area. It is a little pale one, it's slightly pinky. I don't mind a slight pink, or I like a linen we've got one called Linen, which I really love, and it's just a neutral pale whitewash, basically. Not white, but that off-white. Okay, so that's just given my eyes some evenness. Okay, all right, so that's that one. Now I'm going to go to, you can do either way, it doesn't matter. Remember, there's no rules. It's what you feel good with. So don't get hooked up on what people say. You should do this, should do that. You do you, okay? And I'll do me. But this is our bronze eye pencil. Now I'm going to use it now, and then I'm going to apply my little brown eyeshadow because I like to set it a little bit, but you'll actually see me go back over. Now I've got a magnifying mirror up here, so I love that it's stuck on my mirror. I'll show you. So Howard storage. So it's a nice big mirror. I love it. Okay, so when I do it, I just slightly lift my eye, close my eye. I'm going from the outside first. I just want to get that line first, but then I come on to the inside corner, I should say, and I just follow that line out. Now I do as close to my lash as I can, but also just increasing that a little bit because my eyes are slightly hooded. So if I don't do that, you're not going to see them. And see how I always aim towards the top or out to the corner of my eye, where my eyebrow is. So that just gives me a little tiny flick. Not that I want an overly flick, but it just helps to create that illusion of the eye going up. Now underneath, I am going, following that line basically, see there? And then you can come along. I'm not doing the rim of my eye, I'm doing the outside of my eye, and I'm hardly touching my eye in here because all I want is a little bit. Okay, so can you see that? Right. So I'll do that to the other one. So hand around, lift your corners, and that just stabilizes your eye too, so you don't go flicking around and hurting yourself with your pencil. These pencils are a dream, let me tell you. They don't feel hard, you don't have to push. There is hardly any weight on my eye whatsoever, okay, when I'm using this pencil. So down underneath, and a little bit into the corner. My eyes are a little bit wide set, so it doesn't matter if I come into the corner. If you're got close set eyes, so mine are wide set, so I've got more of a area between here, but if yours are close set, don't go as close in to the corner of the eye, stay out a little bit and then go up, okay? So that's that one. If you've got a little angle brush, which I have one somewhere, my little angle brush, this is the one that I said I'll use on the black eyeshadow, but for now I'm just going to blend because I want a nice line, and also underneath because I don't want it harsh, I just want it to blend in. Okay. Oh, and just wipe my eye. That's good to know. So just blending them. All right. Now I've got 15 minutes because I've got Gabrielle coming for an appointment soon. So let's get on with this. Now I will take, I love the little blending brush. I use that for everything just about. But this one is just my little bit of brown in my eyeshadow. And I'm just going to that first natural crease of the eye. Okay, I don't go crazy with all my eyeshadow, but that first natural crease of the eye. Okay. All right, so that's it. And then I'm going to take my little blending brush and I'm going to blend. So you're not really going to see where one starts and one stops. There you go. How's that? Okay. Now, where are we going? Oh, I might just go back to my pencil because I just want to have a little bit more definition there. And it just adds that, see that nice little bronze touch? And it's only to that center part really, because that's where I want it. How's that? All right, so that's that done. I'm going to add my brow now. All over the shop sometimes, I know. So don't, with your eyebrow pencils, don't wind them up. The plastic will help guide you, so you only need a little bit, okay? Basically, straight up from the nose, that's where your first spot is. If you go diagonally out from the nose, that's where your arch is, and diagonally straight down from there, that's where your brow should finish, okay? So all we're doing is hitting those spots, 1, 2, and 3. Everyone's brow is different. You are not going to have perfectly shaped brows on both sides. They're sisters, not twins, remember? Shona, remember that? So, straight up from the nose, go diagonally out, there's your arch, diagonally out from there, okay? There's your point. So, up, you can go backwards so you colour the hair more. As you can see, mine are very light at the moment. I need to get into the beauty room and give myself a brow tint. There's a very rogue little brow there. It'll be coming out later. But, okay, so that's just the pencil. And then just give them a brush upwards. If you've got some brow gel, you can pop some on now. If your brows are quite wiry, then you might need a brow gel. We had them and I've only got a couple left. I've got one too I use occasionally. So they're just a brow styling gel. But that little hair is annoying the heck out of me. So there he goes, he's gone. All right, so brush them. And that's those. Now I'm going to go back to my blush. I do love this little brush. You've got a blush brush in your makeup pack, but this one's a little angle one, which I have a couple left. But it goes into my bronzer and my blush like that. So I get a little bit of highlighter on the top and my blush on the bottom. All I'm going to do is add a little bit of powder blush over the top of my cream blush, which remember I've already powdered. So see how it just adds that little highlight? So there, a bit more highlighter on there. It's like splitting the brush in two. So all I'm doing is taking that up and it adds a little bit of powder blush to that area. Okay. And if you want a bit more highlighter, you can add a little bit more highlighter. Just take a little bit from there and add it to the top of your brow. If you want to, you can do a little line down your nose or just a little bit on the nose. Just highlights that area, and a little bit on your Cupid's bow. Okay. All right, so now let's do our mascara. This one is lash proof mascara. I quite like this one. I do love my extreme volume, but this one is certainly becoming a favorite too. So always brush down on the top of your lashes, because nothing worse than someone's done a beautiful job on their lashes, and then you look at the tops of them and they're blonde. So I'm going to do that to both. Okay, and then I'm brushing up. And okay, it's all in the way you hold your mouth, isn't it? So brush up and out, up and out. Okay, I'm doing the tops, and then I'll come back and do the bottom lashes, just so I don't get everything onto my lid. You can blink onto your lashes. You can hold the corner of your eye if you're a real blinker, because that holds that little muscle stops the eye from blinking. And then I'm going to do the bottom lashes, and I just want to come down with those, because they need to be separated. There you go. There's the mascara. Doesn't make a difference, especially on me because I'm so blonde. Okay, so next thing is the Cupid's bow. So the Cupid's bow is here. Best way to do it is crisscross. So it's like you got a little kiss. You draw on a kiss. Okay, then from the center up, the center out. Sorry, I got a little itch. Now I'm going to put a little line at the bottom there. Don't stretch your lips. Just let your lips be natural and put your lip liner like that. Have you ever seen people with their lipstick all over? Oh my God, there is an ad on the TV at the moment, one of the political ads, I don't know, but there's this mature lady talking and her lipstick is down here. It drives me insane. I can't watch it because all I want to do is go up and straighten her lipstick. Oh, so I wish they'd redo it. But anyway, so finish the lip. From the outside corner up. Outside corner up. That way you cut in to the middle, and when you do the bottom, same thing, cut in and then even it up to the point. How's that? All right, now you can color in your lips with your lip liner. Gives a really good base. You can go back to your powder and powder your lip liner in. Now, as you know, that's raspberry. One of my favorite lipsticks is my cashmere rose. My cashmere rose up in my bathroom, I went and got my makeup purse. Has got nothing left in it. But I use a lip brush. And I get every last bit of that. But I actually think I've exhausted my lipstick now. So it's amazing how long it lasts. But you may just have your own lipstick. And this one is generally, as you can see, it's getting down to, lipsticks are only $15 at the moment. We all need new lipstick, makes us feel good. So this is what's in my makeup purse. So I went and got my makeup purse to make sure I had everything. So you can just use your lippy. I just do my bottom lip and then into there. That's all you need. Don't go too crazy going because that bruises your colour. But if I was using my lip pencil, I would be a little bit more. I build this side of my lip up because this side's a little bit lower than this side, I find. So if you're using a lip brush, then you can correct anything you need to. But there you go. And there is, I better not have anything out the side now. I've told you about that other lady. There you go. And that is your makeup done. And it doesn't take that long if you haven't got anyone talking to you like me. So I'm going to go and do my hair now. And I will talk to you really soon. I'll give you the end result. Okay, have a great day, everyone. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed watching the makeup. Please remember to share my page, or if you have a friend who'd like to come into the beauty room and have a facial with me, I would love to meet them. All right, you have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Mwah. Bye.